I'm gonna try to keep this short and Susie. But the police released some footage of Jessie Smut taking the noose off his neck, which appears to be given to him by the two Nigerian American brothers. And we know that Attorney General Kim Foxx, I did a video, Kim Foxx is going to take an L for the Jessie Smollett situation, even though it probably wasn't her fault. Clearly, bigger higher-ups came through and told her to squash it. Many perceived that to be Barack and Michelle. But I never believed the smut. I knew that boy was Lucius lying his ass off, pun intended, from the get-go. Never had any thought that that happened. And I'm going to get to another situation because this isn't the first time we've been played by a hate crime, right? So I looked at a lot of the videos and the content around the situation. I watched Scotty Beeman on State of the Culture with all the evidence. I don't know. I need more proof. I can't say her name. Ivana Lanzan, whatever. She goes on TV talking about we need more proof. We need more evidence. I saw Queen Latifah do the same thing. I watched many of the millennial fuckity fuck videos like The Grapevine and others where, of course, that situation turned into black men ain't shit as usual. But some moist dude at the end of his video, at the end of the whole segment said, what can black men do to be better? Like what? Straight black men in particular. Can you imagine you minding your goddamn business, just living life, and then you look up on Twitter, Black Twitter, and Ebony Essence Rube, The Griot, Black Voices, whoever, you name it, and there's an attack on your masculinity, your manhood, simply because you didn't respond to a situation. Well, that happened with the Jessie Smut situation. We got blamed for not having a knee-jerk reaction to defend the gay black man who is biracial, right? Yeah. But I just want to know, will black men get their apology now? Because it does seem like more and more evidence is coming out. Despite the efforts of the Chicago PD, we're not giving them any bail. We're not giving them any pass. Yes, we would love that they would use the same tenacity and energy to go out there and solve some of these murders. We don't even know yet. It's not hot yet there. But within the next few weeks, we know that it will be 200-300 murders just in the span of the summer. And the police are probably not going to solve 75% of those murders. We get that. But I would like to think that we don't play with fake hate crimes because folks already don't believe us, right? So wouldn't we use the energy to not say, oh, you go to any of these black websites, News One, Black Voices, Ebony Essence, whoever, they're like, why I keep looking at the information? I ain't got nothing better to do? No, they don't. Because we shouldn't play with federal hate crimes. We should take that serious as a community and not let anybody play with that shit because, again, we don't already get believed as it is. So we should hold them just as accountable anybody, right? But this isn't the first time we've been played, though. This is the first time it's been this whole pride profile and so big. But y'all remember the sister that got drenched by fire and burned by the KKK people? And guess what happened? It didn't happen. The chick set herself on fire. But black folks was locked and loaded and ready to go out there and march and riot and burn shit down. And this hoe was lying, just like Jessie. So we should have learned that lesson from then. And I come to this conclusion often that many times black women want black men to respond like them. And now you can add in homosexual black men want black men to respond like black women. They want us to have a knee-jerk reaction, to jump up and be ready to fight without even looking at the evidence. Huh? We don't want to be like Al Sharpton was with the Duke lacrosse players and go out there and do all that stuff and look dumb. Here's a contrast, right? And this is more to the black conservatives who are in their feelings over Central Park 5. Yeah, I'm doing a video, ho, chill. And how he was wrong with Tawana, the situation, right? And I mirror that to Trump. Like, I tell black conservatives, the same way I get on Al Sharpton for being wrong about the Duke lacrosse players and how he went out there and jumped in front of the situation. And Trump has to take that L, right? But people are in denial in their feelings, and I understand how it's going to get spun politically. But Candace and Brandon Tatum, y'all not about to win that argument. Trump is going to take the L for Central Park 5 because he didn't apologize. Now, I can go into deeper detail what I think about that. I kind of have the same sentiment I had from the Liam Neeson situation, but that's a different video. But I'm saying when you go out there and you jump in front of it and you accuse people and you say they did it without the investigation being done, those things hold true. And to this day, Al Sharpton is written off because of what he did for that, the same way Trump is going to always be written off for what he did for Central Park 5. So we want to look at evidence. We want to look at the cases. And I got another video coming too. Black folks got to stop coming to comparing cases from different states and different situations that don't make sense. Black folks got to stop comparing. You know, you don't know any of the details of the case. You don't know what plea deals were taken. We got to stop doing that. That's a different video, but I see a lot of people doing that with the situation with the sister who I've done videos about over and over again. But she was in Ohio, and she sent her daughter to the wrong school, and she lied, and her father was a scam artist, and he died in prison because he was scamming. There's evidence of his sister, her sister, and her dad on the phone plotting and scheming, and yet we all looked at it and said, oh, mama trying to send her kid to the right school and she went to jail. That's not what happened, though. But we'll compare that to the Felicity Huff situation or others, and I'm like, we got to stop doing that. Like, no, let's compare cases in context. Let's look at all the evidence in the case. Let's look at what plea deals that were taken and whatnot. The prosecution, it's up to them what they want to charge, right? The DAs and whatnot. They dictate what's going to happen. And you can't compare federal cases with state cases. You can't compare states to different states because they have different rules. But we do that, right? But more of the story, let's look at evidence. Let's not be first to be quick and have knee-jerk reactions because we look like fools. All you sisters was out there caping for Jessie, even though all the evidence was there, right? You were denying the allegations without addressing the motherfucking evidence that said that this boy was lying. Yeah, we know the Chicago PD is trash, but that ain't the point. He still was lying. But anywho, that's my video. I just want black men, straight black men, to get an apology because we were right and we got attacked in articles and whatnot because we didn't jump to the defense of homosexual black men. You even have pro-black black men who are quick to go out there and riot and mess up stuff just because of what happened with Jessie, but because they didn't care about the fact that he was gay, they made that an issue, right? So it's like these dudes was ready to go out there and riot and do whatever dumb shit that people do when they don't look at the evidence and the facts. But because these brothers was like not concerned about his sexuality, but they were just upset that he was another black man who allegedly got attacked by some tiki torch white boys, allegedly, that didn't happen. They were ready to go out there and riot, and that was still an issue. Like, you couldn't even take that and be like, all right, cool, at least y'all ready to ride for me. But the fact that it was because of his race, not because of his sexuality, y'all write that whole support system off, which gladly enough they didn't do that because they were like fools too. Address the evidence. Don't try to be quick. Don't try to be first. We can't afford to play with hate crimes. You know what I mean? This is my video. But can the straight brothers get some apologies now, please? Because, like, I don't know how much more evidence you need to know that boy was lying. Right?
She did it to herself, and Winsboro police say she lied. They say 20-year-old Sharmika Moffett set herself on fire. KSLA News 12 was at a news conference when Louisiana State Police announced Moffett's DNA was found on a bottle of lighter fluid and a lighter. They say she admitted to that, as well as writing KKK and a racial slur on her car. Social media was fired up, thinking this was a racial attack.
Right now, Sharmika Moffett is recovering at LSU Health in Shreveport. Her family says that she was unable to communicate with them and her doctors by blinking her eyes, that she was able to communicate.
The incident happened Sunday night at Civitan Park in Waynesboro. That's about 140 miles east of Shreveport and about 40 miles southeast of Monroe.
We have live team coverage on this breaking news. KSLA News' Adam Hooper was at that news conference at Winsboro earlier this evening. He'll reveal how 6 different agencies work together on this case. Plus, Fred Childers is live in front of LSU Medical Center in Shreveport, where Sharmika Moffett is still in critical condition. First, we begin our team coverage with Adam Hooper. Adam?
Hey, Pat, that's right. In a shocking news conference, they just released that Sharmika Moffett did, in fact, set those flames herself. I'm joined now with the police chief of Winsboro, and he's here to tell me about the announcement they just made. Chief, tell me, this was an exhaustive investigation. A lot of manpower went into this, a lot of man hours went into this. What was it like for you guys when you started to discover that she set that fire?
During the course of the investigation, we worked it like we work any other investigation, piece by piece. During the course of this investigation, of course, we had multiple agencies come in to assist with the collection of evidence and also to pursue other leads. During the course of the investigation, we discovered that a cigarette lighter and some starter fluid was discovered not far from where the original crime scene had started. The state police lab was called in, and this evidence was taken by the Louisiana State Police, and we received confirmation that Ms. Moffitt's fingerprints were indeed on the lighter and the charcoal starter.
Okay, now I understand that you guys visited her in the hospital, visited with the family, and she, in fact, admitted to this. What was that conversation like?
No, that is not true. Ms. Moffitt, we did not talk to her today at all. Ms. Moffitt's still in doctor's care.
Okay, in the news conference, it was mentioned how she was questioned about this, and she said that she played a role in it.
No, sir, that was not brought up in the news conference.
We're going to send it back over to Pat and Dominique.
We're going to double check on that fact that was mentioned. We're going to double check on that because that was reported earlier and that she admitted to police that she did tell a false report or claim something that was actually false according to their evidence, they say. So we're going to double check on that fact for you folks. In the meantime, let's move forward. Keep going. Just moments ago, the family of Sharmika Moffett issued a statement after these new developments. The family says they are, quote, devastated to learn the circumstances surrounding our daughter's injuries. And the family also states while this wasn't the answer that they were hoping for, they appreciate the thorough investigation by the local and state police as well as federal agencies.
Continuing our team coverage, KSLA News 12's Fred Childers is live outside of LSU Hospital where Sharmika Moffett is being treated in the burn unit. It's still in critical condition, as Pat said. Fred, how is Sharmika doing at this hour?
Dominique, we just got an email from LSU Medical Center officials telling us that she is still listed in critical condition.